Napoleon's Egyptian campaign began in 1798. Once the French had landed, the British destroyed the French fleet anchored in Aboukir Bay. On land, though, Napoleon was faring much better, seizing a control of Egypt, which was then Ottoman territory. The following year he pushed on towards Syria, and on March 19, 1799, he laid siege to the city of Acre. With Napoleon tied up in Syria, the Ottomans seized their chance and, with the help of British ships, landed an 18,000-strong force in Egypt. It was commanded by Sayyid Mustafa Pasha, an ethnic Albanian. Rather than push inland, the Turks dug in around Aboukir. When word of this reached Napoleon Bonaparte, he abandoned the siege of Acre without taking it and hurried back to Egypt. He had only 7,700 men at his disposal, but decided to fight anyway. The flaw in the Ottoman position was that they had the sea at their backs. If the enemy attack broke through, there was nowhere to fall back to, no way to regroup on new ground. Bonaparte spotted this immediately and set out to exploit it. French infantry broke through the Turks' first line of defense with little trouble. The defenders there were driven into the sea and tried to swim out to the British ships. Napoleon later wrote, "The enemy, thrown into the water, tried to reach the ships lying about 2 miles. 1 nautical mile equals 1,852 meters offshore. They all drowned. It was the most horrible sight I have ever witnessed." But despite repeated attempts, the infantry couldn't break the Ottoman second line and were forced to fall back. At that point, some of the Turks came out from behind their fortifications to chase down the retreating French, killing the wounded. Some accounts even say beheading the dead. When Murat saw the enemy scattering in disorder, he charged in at once with his cavalry. He personally struck Sayyid Mustafa Pasha with his sword, slicing off 2 of his fingers. The Pasha, in turn, managed to fire a shot that wounded Murat in the jaw. Murat's charge decided the Battle of Aboukir. The Turks suffered a crushing defeat. Their army was all but wiped out. 2,000 men died in the fighting, another 5,000 were taken prisoner, Sayyid Mustafa Pasha among them, and the rest drowned trying to escape into the sea. French losses came to just 220. The next day, Bonaparte promoted Murat to divisional general. Thanks to boats sent out by the British, a small number of Ottoman soldiers did manage to reach the ships. One of them was Mehmed Ali, the 30-year-old nephew of Sayyid Mustafa Pasha. In 1805, the Sultan appointed him governor of Egypt, and there he founded the Muhammad Ali dynasty, which grew steadily more independent over time. His line would go on ruling Egypt right up until the 1952 military coup. The Battle of Aboukir, remembered as one of Napoleon's most brilliant victories, is inscribed on a plaque of the Arc de Triomphe. There's also a Rue d'Aboukir in Paris, Marseille, Lille, Toulon, and Toulouse.